Hello, you guys. Happy Thursday. Welcome back in. I've been chatting with Steve prior to coming on. Hi, Steve. How's it going? If you guys are here, go ahead and say hi in the chat. Yay, Shai is here. Hi, Shai. Oh, I'm so happy that you could join me today. You're going to be cooking, but you're glad you made it. I'm glad you made it too. Yeah. Shai is all the way in Sweden, right? So that's, you're having dinner. I'm like sitting here with my morning coffee. I made myself a pumpkin spice latte, so I'm enjoying that while we chit chat here. Good morning, Simply Made. How are you today? I actually bought a painting off of Simply Made Bailey. She did this beautiful painting and I bought it and I just got it framed. I found that they have frames for canvases that are sort of, there's no cover and then there's like an inset so you can put the canvas in. So I'm really excited to hang it. It'll look really cute. Yeah, this week I've been trying to rush on getting Boone, who is my newest Halloween pattern. I've been trying to get Boone finished, and he's in a pumpkin patch, so you can see his little pumpkin pals there. And there's even one hiding here on the side. But he's all lit up, and he is hollow, and that he covers over the battery pack, which is sitting on a pedestal. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today is basically I need to make another one because the minute my mom saw it, of course, my mom wanted it, right? And my daughter was like, don't even think about it because she wants it too. So I needed to test the pattern anyway, but I figured, you know what, I'll come on live so that we can work through the second one of Boone. And this one, I'm actually going to make the lantern black. So this one will be a little bit different, but not by much. And I'm just going to kind of tell you guys, if you're interested in making this pattern before Halloween, kind of the supplies that I use, because the pattern should be coming out next week. I'm really trying to make sure that I get this done so that there's time to make it and enjoy it still for a bit before the big day. But yeah, he's like a mixed media thing. And I kind of had that in mind to begin with when I was designing Boone. But it ended up being even more so because originally I bought this from Daiso thinking that he'll fit in there and that'll be really cute. But like, no, he won't. He will not fit in that at all. So I was totally off. I'm not very good visually gauging size on things. And I was like, oh, that'll be perfect. No, it was way too small. So I'll have to find something else to do with that. But he needed something bigger, and I just happened to have this like nice piece of stained wood, and I thought, oh, that'll be nice. So, and he doesn't even look 100% like I drew him, but I usually doodle up a little drawing before I make anything, and so I drew him up, but I decided to make him kind of more chibi style. So I just did the safety eyes and just a cute little embroidered mouth. But yeah, he's got lights on. These are also from Daiso. These are these kinds of lights. It's like a pixie light, but they came with little round orbs over them. They had this one, and then they had one that was kind of a see-through round orb. But I think, you can find these. It's not just at Daiso. They have these all over the place. But yeah, you're going to need a string of lights because the pumpkins each have one in there, and that actually is what helps them hold their shape. And then his lantern has one in there, and the rest are under the stuffing, which I'm using as a mist, sort of a misty walk through the pumpkin patch for him. And then I got to play around. I had a bag and I hadn't even opened it yet, but I got to play around with my faux moss. So that was fun. And then this time around, I went to Joann's and I found, because I like these ones too, where you get that nice tree rough edge. So I think this is a perfect size. So I'm going to use this one for the one I'm making for my mom. And then what I used as his pedestal was, when you get these candles, especially like the flickering flame candles, they always come with a wooden topper. And I always keep it because I think, gosh, that's such a nice topper. I bet I could find a use for it. And I finally found one, you guys. I found a use for it. So this is like a topper that you would get on them, and it made a perfect pedestal. So I used one of these, and I had like a cork one from another candle underneath. So this is a perfect size to kind of hold his shape on top and acts as the pedestal for the battery. This time around, I don't know if I'll have another cork one to go underneath, but I also have these foam cubes. And the beauty is that you're putting moss and stuffing and lights around it, so it'll hide the pedestal anyways. And so it doesn't really matter what you use. It just has to be a good size for him. So it feels like he's floating through the misty pumpkin patch. That's kind of the envisioned goal here for Boone. So that's what I'm working on today. What are you guys working on? What are you sipping on? Do tell. Let's enjoy together. Thanks, Shy. I'm so glad you like it. And I do, Bailey. I love the painting. It's so pretty. Yeah, no, it's really pretty. It's like a top-down sort of a beach with umbrellas, and there's some like foresty wooded areas and such. It's really pretty. So she had it up for sale at her fair, and I saw the picture of it, and I was like, well, if that doesn't sell, it's already sold to me. So yeah, I always sketch out my designs before I go into making them. That's probably the illustrator in me, but it also just helps me to visualize what three-dimensional shapes I'm going to have to make, and how, what stitches I might want to use, if there's any, half double crochets or double crochets or something like that needed. It kind of helps me figure out how I'm going to construct them. So for example, like with the pumpkins, they took me a while to figure out, and I actually make them as a flat piece, which doesn't start off looking like a pumpkin, but as you wrap it around and you stitch the edge and you cinch up both sides, it gives those triangular shapes for the eyes and the mouth. And then you just do your little stem and your leaf and such. So it ended up working out well. And you could even make like a little garland of pumpkins. That would be really cute too. Bailey says she's taking a break on crocheting and sewing a skirt. Nice. Is this your first skirt that you've sewn? I keep buying fabric, you guys, and I don't sew. So I don't know why. I just bought another one and it had bees on it. And I was like, I have to, it has bees on it. It is, I think it was like a 1/4 yard at Joann's. I don't even know what you can make with a 1/4 yard. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. Yeah, that, I have no clue what I'm going to make with that, but I just thought it's so cute. I bet I could find a use for it. Do you guys do that too? You're shopping, you're like, that's really cute. I have to have that. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I have to have it. Yeah, I do that a lot when I'm shopping for crafty stuff. And I've been on a kick. So I blame Nancy. I don't know if she's here or not listening in, but Little Treasures by Nancy. So she got me excited about this whole junk journaling thing. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it's kind of like scrapbooking mixed with, you're taking like bits of paper and different ephemera, they call it, like, which is like die cut imagery. You're making little pockets, you're hiding little treasures. You're using stickers, decorative papers. You can put in pictures if you want to. You can write little quotes. You can write little whatever. I mean, you're journaling, right? But it's just like this little treasure trove of things that visually interest you and are just really pretty to look at, and stuff like that. So now you guys, I'm going crazy buying stuff. So I'm kind of like, should I make videos? Would you guys be interested in seeing the crafty crocheter? So I'll start working on other crafts too. Make a project bag with it. So are you thinking so Shy is the one that designed this adorable strawberry bag. And Shy, if you can put the word drop in the chat so people can find you, then they can pop on over. It's that adorable strawberry bag, which I told you I started. It's still in pieces though. But this is going to be one of the strawberries. But this is Shy's design. And it's so cute. My daughter's going to have it. She already picked out the fabric. It's like the red and white sort of almost looks like the tablecloth you'd see in a picnic, kind of like that. But she picked that fabric. So is that the kind of fabric you're thinking of, Shy? But yeah, you guys check her out. She's going to come on the channel with me too. We'll have a little interview with her because she's got amazing, amazing stuff too. But she does knitting and she does a lot of other things too. So she's like crafty too. It's fun. It's hard. Like, I'm a crocheter, number one. That's why I think I'd call it the crafty crocheter, because I crochet first, but crafts are also such a love for me. And so I've gone to town buying all this stuff for making these junk journals. And I bought 2 from Nancy that are coming that she designed. They're like bee themed. Oh my God, you guys, somebody needs to stop me. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I might even do a little haul just to share with you guys what I got. But yeah, I was thinking maybe I'll go on live at a different time during the week, maybe even later on in the afternoon or in the evening, and just work on crafts and hang out while I'm figuring out this whole junk journal thing, because I'm really excited about it. Actually thought it would be interesting too, since like I was showing you, I do the drawing first when I design an Ami. So I draw it out first, and then the patterns all get written on slips of paper. I mean, it like hot mess, you guys. It's all over the place, my patterns. Then I have to figure them out and type them up. And then I end up with these notebooks that have just kind of a whole mishmash of things, patterns, pictures, whatever. But I was thinking it might be kind of interesting after I design something new to create a journal spread that has like the cutout images that I doodled, maybe even having some bits of the yarn hanging out of the side. Like I could do those little punches and then have the yarns coming out to show what yarns I used in the pattern, maybe notes of what inspired me to make the pattern or something like that. And then I want to get for Christmas, I'm going to ask for one of those, like those little Insta cameras, you know, it's like snap and then it'll print your little picture, and that way I could put a picture of it in there too. I thought that would be super cute. Kind of tie it back into crochet. Yeah. Anyway, but that is one of those things that I'm getting everything ready. My husband thinks I'm just buying stuff and that I'm not actually going to do it. So that's why I have to find a way to make myself do it. And if I'm filming, hanging out with other people, I feel like I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, if you have a channel, please put the word drop in the chat, and that way everybody can find your channel and throw yarn in your window and subscribe. And that way we can all hang out with each other when we're live. So I know Steve's working on a blanket. Bailey is working on, what did you say you were working on, Bailey? You're working on a skirt, that's right. And Shai's working on dinner. If anybody else is here, please let me know what you guys are working on. I've just started on Boon number 2. I'm working up his head. So yeah, I made up the pumpkin bits yesterday. So now I need to really make him. And I did start the lantern, so I've got that done. But that's kind of where I'm at. And my son gets back from, he's over at CISPIS, they call it. It's that sort of outdoor school. He gets back this afternoon at 1:30, so I'm really excited to get to see him again. He left on Sunday, so he's been gone this whole week, and it's been very quiet in the house. It's been kind of eerie. It's very weird when your kids are gone like that for so many days, and you're so used to having them and their energy in the house, you know? What is going on with where is my Skelly's other leg? Is he doing a dance? Did I lose his leg, you guys? Oh no, I think it's kicked. Oh, he did the can one a little too high. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah. Is everybody ready for Halloween? Have you made up any Halloween projects that you're getting to enjoy? Froggy showed the Afghan earlier. Is this your Afghan, Steve? I didn't get to catch her live. I was actually driving my daughter into school. There was I think, a fire over at a farm nearby, and it was blocking off the main road to get to her school. So I drove her all the way clear out and around to get her into school, and so it just took a while. So I missed the live, but I'll have to go catch the replay, and that way I can see it. That's what I usually do. Here we go. But yeah, they had a fire at the farm. And I don't think this is their first fire, so I'm not sure what they're doing over there, but it blocked the road. I don't think I've made an Afghan or blanket since I made the Wishgan, because I do those corner to corner ones. So I think that was the last one I've made. Hi, Lana, how are you? Oh, thanks for stopping in and giving your thumbs up. Much appreciated. We'll see you later. Yeah, so my son gets back today, and then the schools are off tomorrow, and we're taking the kids to Seaside since my birthday's coming up. I've got 2 weekend trips planned. So this weekend we're doing Seaside, just the 4 of us. And then we have a break for a weekend, and then the following weekend right before my birthday is going to be Great Wolf Lodge, which is a lot for the kids, but I have fun too, and my parents join, and they come, and it's a lot of fun. You know, they have everything there. So they even have like a Starbucks downstairs, and then you have all these different shops, and there's like a really cute mining area my son loves, because he has always said he wanted to be a miner and like mine for gems. Hi Donna, how are you? How's it going? Thank you, Bailey. I know it's a big one. I'm turning 40, you guys, and I'm planning to go live on my birthday. It's on the 28th, so mark your calendars, because I'm going to go live and I'm going to do some giveaways, because I think that would be fun, and the kids will be in school and my husband will be working. So I'm like, I'm going to be sitting here bored, you know, I'm going to hang out with my friends and go live, give stuff away. Why not? We'll do our big family dinner that evening, but the morning I'm all yours. So that'll be fun. I've got Merlin next to me. He's like making weird sounds, so I apologize if you hear some. He actually sounded kind of like a ghost just there. He was like, I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. I'm happy that my son's coming home today from his outdoor school, so we're all excited to see him this afternoon. He'll probably be so zonked. I was very surprised that I did not get any calls, since he's very high functioning, but he is on the spectrum, and you never know. You know, there's things that happen that might set him off about something or make him feel uncomfortable. That's his first time away from me for that long. So I just kept expecting a call, and then I wasn't getting one. And there were several days went by. I'm like, shouldn't they tell us they got there safely? Like the school, you know, nobody's telling us anything. They finally did yesterday. They sent us a message and said, everybody's happy. Everybody's doing well. Like, thanks for letting us know in the 11th hour that our children are still safe. So, yeah, they go up into some sort of it's a forested area that's sort of in between Mount St. Helens and Mount Rainier. It's in that forested area over there that they go and do CISPAS. So, looks pretty cool though. I bet he had a blast. So I'm excited to hear about it. Although he'll probably just say, it was fine. You know how kids are. They don't really give you much. Shy, what are you making tonight for dinner? Give me some ideas, because we don't know what we're having tonight yet. Oops. My thread got split. There we go. And if you guys haven't checked yet, this Hello Fall banner right here, I am doing the tutorial for that. So I'm working on the third part. We've done the first 20 rows between the first two parts, and then there's a total of 40 rows. So in the third part, we're going to get done actually the other 20 because it goes a little quicker. You're just building up the Hello Fall. And then I think I'll probably have one more where you're doing the border and embellishments and such. And then we'll be done with it. Now I was asking what you're cooking, Shy. I heard my name. Like squirrel. What? I was asking what you're cooking because I have no idea what to cook tonight. I don't really cook, let's be honest. Usually it's my husband. I make the salad. All right. Yeah, I got a little bit overwhelmed, I would say, this week. And so I did a lot of retail therapy. I went shopping. Hi, Arts and Anthropods. How's it going? Yeah, I went shopping. I got some new clothes, which, you know, to feel good. Ooh, root veggies. Yum. See, Bailey, I was thinking this might be one that you would actually want to make because Bailey tends not to do amis. So I'm starting to come out with patterns that are not always amigurumi. That was always my go-to, but now I've got corner to corner graphgans. There's some of those on there. This is the tapestry crochet. And then I also have bee earrings that are going to come out soon. So those are going to be really cute, and those are kind of made two-dimensionally as well. So hopefully Bailey can make those too if she wants some cute bee earrings. Ooh, autumnal stew. That sounds so good. I want to come to your house if you didn't live all the way in Sweden. Ooh, leftover pizza sounds great to me. I'll take that too. I'm easy. Yeah, last night nobody wanted to cook, and so we ended up just getting Chipotle because we're like, we just don't feel like doing that. And Shy has me wanting to go over to IKEA because they have bee plushies right now, and for obvious reasons, I want them. But I haven't gotten over to IKEA because by the time I would have time to go do that, it's so late in the evening and it's starting to get dark, and I don't really want to drive when it's all late and dark. Hi, Fatima. How are you? Yeah, but I do need to get over there before they change them out because they're so cute. They're so fuzzy. But yeah, I shopped for clothes. I got some new clothes. I got all the stuff for the junk journaling. I went on Temu and ordered stuff. It's been a weird mental week, I think. So the retail therapy has been helping. I think, like, for me, when I have so many different things that I have to get done for my work that I'm doing, editing and sometimes filming, but right now I have a lot of editing to do. And then, you know, the Yummy Cats business as well. I need to start working on that. There's just too many things, and then I get overwhelmed. And so then it gets to the point where I don't want to do anything, and then that's not good. So I would do like a little retail therapy, come home, and then would start working on the editing. That's true. Yeah, IKEA does do dinner. They have those good Swedish meatballs. You'd airmail me some pizza. That's awesome. And Bailey's having burgers wrapped in lettuce for dinner tonight. That's what we do too. We do the lettuce wrapped burgers. Everybody else does with the bun, but my husband and we're trying, although my sweet tooth is going out of control lately, so that's a problem, but but yeah. I don't know. I got to stop on the sweets. What was it? My husband and I, we were doing really good. We were eating properly, and we were like you know, losing weight and everything else and going to the gym, doing all the things. And then I stupidly ate something sweet. I don't even remember what it was, you guys, but I ate something sweet. And for me, I have this like very, I'll just say it's like an addictive personality. So once I get on something, I have a really hard time not having that. And so with the sweets, especially, I have a huge sweet tooth. And so if I cut it completely out, I can go a while without sweets. But then the minute I introduce it again, then I'm like back on that train, and it's really hard for me to stop having sweets. So I have to, it's like that mind over matter stuff. I have to get better about that because I need to stop it. It's just not good. It's not good. Why do I have two different YouTube channels? So for Frizzy Bee and for Yummy Cat. So Frizzy Bee is my crafting channel and my crochet channel mostly. And so that's sort of the focus. And so with one thing I realized, so Frizzy Bee was not Frizzy Bee to start. It was Ink and Stitches. I don't know if you guys were here that long ago to know that, but I rebranded it. And this is probably maybe a year ago or so. Hi, Wonder Star Art. Welcome in. How you doing? Thank you for the like. Yeah, so I had rebranded it because when I originally started this channel, which was back in 2016, I actually was talking about a lot of different things. It wasn't just about crochet. It was also about my writing, because I'm also an author and illustrator for children's books. So it was about a lot of different things. And I realized that YouTube does not like that. They tend not to, or it seemed like they didn't care for it when you are dividing the channel like that, because people don't know what you're about. And so the algorithm, if you will, doesn't know what you're about, because you've got crochet videos, but then you've got videos about writing and all this other stuff. And so it starts to mess with the channel back end such stuff, you know? And so I ended up taking down a lot of the stuff that had to do, or most of the stuff that had to do with the writing, and kept it as a crochet channel. And then I just decided we're rebranding it. It's going to be Frizzy Bee Crochet because I feel like a Frizzy Bee and I love bees. And so yeah, that's kind of where that name came from. But with Yummy Cats is my business where I sell the handmade plushies that are ice cream related themed cats, right? And so for that, it has a different demographic and a different audience. So it's mostly because, you know, when you have a YouTube channel, you want to try to make sure that the content that you're putting out there is interesting to your followers. And so if you start putting a bunch of it's like if I started doing beauty products reviews or something, you know, and you're here for crochet and you're like, why is she doing beauty reviews, right? Then that wouldn't make sense. It messes with the metrics, and it also just doesn't make sense for the channel. And so you might lose subscribers that way, because they're not here for beauty. They're here for crochet and yarn, you know, that kind of thing. So that's why I had it separated. But it does make it difficult. I will admit that it really does, because it's hard to upkeep two channels. So I don't really recommend it if you can help it, but yeah, that's kind of where I was like, I want to do these other crafts too, but you know, I don't know if my audience would enjoy that or if you want to just see crochet. So, you know, you can kind of blur the lines with crafts, but there's definitely other things that would just make absolutely no sense if I had them on this channel. So, yep. But yeah, I think that's kind of partly where all of my, like, I have too many things that I'm trying to do and it just gets overwhelming. You have 4 channels, Winter Star Art. You win. You win. Are they all really active? That's a lot to manage. That is a lot to manage. All right, let's see. Yeah, I was just you know, exactly, right? You're not here for beauty. You're here for beautiful yarn. Exactly. So that would be super weird and just not make any sense if I put that on here, you know? But I feel like at least with crafts and yarn, there is a correlation because, you know, crocheting is a craft. So that we might be able to do some crafty videos and stuff. And hopefully people would enjoy that. But yeah. Oh no, I'm trying to work myself into my ghost. No. Okay, we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, just checking on where I'm at so I don't flub up, which I do a lot on lives because I'm trying to multitask and that doesn't always go my way. And Wonderstar, what are your channels about? I know the one that you do your crafts and your arts on, but what are the other ones about? Yeah, like I was trying to add vlogs in there and those were really not getting that much traction, which is why I haven't been doing the vlogging. So it's a trial and error, you know? I mean, you got to see what people enjoy and make sure you do more of that. You know? That's kind of how it is to build a YouTube channel. All these little things you learn as you go. But yeah, I've taken courses and things, and that's always been pretty much this. It's been consistent across the courses to pick a niche and kind of stick with it. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Checking my pattern. So what is your guys' favorite type of crochet? Let me know. Do you like amigurumi? Do you like making blankets? Do you like Tunisian? Do you like making like mandala style? Wearables? What's your favorite things to crochet? Obviously for mine, it would be Amis would be number 1. But I do have a lot that I've been venturing out with. Like I did the high crochet, that sort of lotus fan mandala style. That was a lot of fun, but it did have a lot of frogging involved because, yeah, I kept messing up. I kept not understanding what was going on, so I'd have to watch their videos because that's a totally different type of crochet for me. How to get to 1,000 subscribers? No, Bailey, I did not take that test. Can you send me a link to the test? Maybe then I'll do it. I just get sidetracked very easily. So as you get to know me, I am kind of like the dog that's like, squirrel, squirrel. I just get very sidetracked on stuff. And so I have to like see it through. And that's why I start so many whips too, it's like, I need to keep that focus, but I just get so excited about doing other things and then I get sidetracked. Bailey likes to make blankets. Do you want a video, Wonderstar, on how to get to 1,000 subscribers? Is that what you want? Patience, a lot of patience. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Steve said anything beyond the simple, or as some say, potato chippy. Not into boring, monotonous. Beyond the simple. So you like to do interesting things, not so monotonous of things. Like what, Steve? I mean, you've said you've made Amis before. So I know that like, to me, amis are very visually interesting because there's so many different pieces, and then you always have to sew them together later for the most part, unless it's a no-sew pattern. But there's a lot of different colors to use. There's different shapes you're making. So those, for anyone with ADHD like I have, they're very visually exciting, you know, unless, of course, you have to make, for example, 16 sunflowers or something like that, like I've done in the past. Then you're making, it's not bad until you get to the petals because there's 13 of them. And then, you know, now you're making over 70 petals and you're like, I can't make another petal. I'm dreaming about them, you know. Yeah, when I used to sell the finished plushies, I mean, I'm selling them now, but they don't sell that often. But yeah, selling the finished plushies and whatnot, I ended up, this back like 15 years ago when I was doing this full time, just crocheting and selling the finished products. And I ended up getting something like 16 sunflower orders, not from one person, but I had a whole bunch of orders at once, because I wasn't charging enough. And so I was ending up with shooting pains up my arms trying to get these silly sunflowers done, and not making very much for them, you know? And so it just wasn't worth all of the time that it took and the pain that it gave me to crank these sunflowers out, because I would just, like I said, I wasn't charging enough. Sometimes it's better to charge what they're worth, what, you know, you should be charging for them, and not making as many sales, but you're still making the same amount, right? Because you're charging more for them. So you always have to keep those things in mind. Donna's finding lots of joy in making blankets and winter wearables for charity, doing scarves and scarves for school children that may not have them. That's awesome. That's going to be very helpful coming up, too, as we're getting into the wintry weather. Yeah, Wonder Star. Your channel is very new. I know, it's hard when you're wanting to get monetized. I'm trying to get remonetized. And for me, I need the hours, not the subscribers, because you need that 4,000 view hours. But it's the way YouTube works is it's like the last 365 days. So it comes with you. And so since I really started focusing on the channel within the last 4 to 6 months, I would say, all that dead weight from before where I wasn't really posting, that's killing me. So yeah, so a few hours, I totally get that. That is, a lot of times you can get your friends putting it on in the background, you know, and that way they're just, you could even have it on low, not mute, but like have it on really low. So it's just kind of in the background and just have it running like your full playlist. Try to get those hours up. Hi, Moonrose Crafts. How you doing today? Steve says he crochets anything pretty much, but this year he's been delving into tambour and hairpin crochet. What does that look like? Tambour and hairpin crochet. I don't know what that is, but that sounds interesting. I'll have to look that one up. I'll write that down so I can look it up after. Tambour and hairpin. Tambour and hairpin. That's cool. I would like to learn Tunisian. Michael from MDL Crochet, he's got me wanting to learn Tunisian. So I've never done Tunisian before. So that would be an interesting thing to try. And for me, I always sometimes I'll even buy crochet books because I think I can learn something from them that can apply to amigurumi. So I usually tie things back in. But like, for example, with the Lotus fan and the beautiful different sort of petals that they had you making, and you were doing like a popcorn stitch and sort of crocheting around that and whatnot, but the way that they did it looked very pixie-ish to me. So you could use that sort of pattern for a skirt around an amigurumi or a dress. So, you know, those kinds of things. It adds more stitches into your tool belt, and that way if you ever want to design, then you have all those stitches that you can think to use as you're, you know, coming up with something that's visually interesting. If you're making dolls, then you have a lot of leeway with what their outfits look like, you know, and you can find different uses for those different stitches. So yeah, it's always really interesting when you learn new stuff. Tambourine crochet. I know, it's timbre crochet. I haven't heard of it either. How many hours do I need? Well, I'm at like, I think it was 1,860. So to be able to have memberships here and be able to do more things, then we need 3,000, and then 4,000 total is for advertising through YouTube. So yeah, I have a little bit of a ways to go, but I'm like 1,200, a little less than 1,200 more hours to go for doing the memberships, which is, I'm excited about. Like, I want to have memberships here and provide more content. I want to bring the Patreon over to YouTube and probably just do all the memberships here, because I think that would be much easier at not trying to split amongst everything. You just noticed my earrings, my dancing skelly bones. Yeah. These are from Target. This is a 2024 Target special, you guys. I love them. I can't tell you how many compliments I get on these earrings. I'm thinking I should wear them year round. Everybody's like, oh my God, your earrings, they move. Yes, they do. Oh, Shai, thank you for coming in. I'm so glad that you were able to hang out for a bit. Enjoy dinner. You crochet onto fabrics. Oh, I see. Okay. You crochet through the fabric on the surface. Yeah. Okay. I've seen that, but I've seen that more for like on those fleecy sort of blankets where you crochet the edging. I've seen that. Good job, Bailey. You've almost hit 1,000 watch hours. The watch hours take a long time. Like it's a lot. Thank you, Wonderstar. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, that it's hard to get the watch hours. It doesn't seem like it would be, but it is. And I know that, you know, you almost need something that goes viral to get you jumped up there. But the videos that I used to put out it was back when I was doing the Happy Sunflower, when that came out and I did a bunch of videos, those ones did the best. But, you know, now I'm trying to put out tutorials and things like that, and hopefully people will follow along and get some view hours. Hi, Barbara. Working on Evie. No instructions on sewing together or adding the mane and tail fluff. Well, that's not helpful. So what did they do? They just gave you the instructions to make the pieces and they called it a day? Is that what people do with patterns? I always put like photo tutorials with mine because I need that visual. I'm very visual. That's why I do that a lot. I make sure I put lots of pictures in because I need to, like, I can't visualize where something goes very easily. I have to see where it goes, and then I can count the rows and find placement that way. It's finer work than is a bit fancy. Oh, good. Your sister's channel is monetized, Bailey. That's the large family homestead, I think. Mint hot chocolate with coffee. That sounds delicious. That's basically like, I mean, well, if you added chocolate, it'd be like a peppermint mocha, but no, well, you said it's a hot chocolate, coffee, and mint, so it is like a peppermint mocha, right? That's my go-to next season. So, how long have I been crocheting? I have been crocheting now for over 15 years. Yes, lots of time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I've been crocheting for quite some time. It started out just a friend of mine told me that she thought, oh my gosh, you're crafty. You could make this. Somebody had made her a doll from a book that we had at the library. And I was like, that is amazing. I've never seen crochet like that. And then I checked out a book, and the rest is history. Yeah. so funny though. I see, like, I always think back to the first Ami that I made, which was off of this. It was like a basics of crochet, one of those thin how to crochet books that they have at Michael's. And in the very back, there was a few patterns, and one of them was a koala. And so I made this koala. It was my first time crocheting. It was inside out because I didn't realize that there was a right side. And there are people that do use the other side. That's a preference for them. It just makes it not have as defined of a look. So if you guys can see, this is the what I would call the right side. So you can see sort of the rows and the stitching. The wrong side, it's not as noticeable, right? So this is the side I would always have out, thinking that I was doing that right. But again, like I said, it's personal preference. Some people, that's just a stylistic choice that they go for. But anyways, not only did I have that going on, my stitching was loose because you don't have good tension when you start. I don't know of anybody that has good tension when they start. And it had you using black for the nose. So if you can imagine, my stitching wasn't very good. I was using black yarn and white stuffing. So he looked like he had boogers hanging out his nose because the white stuffing was showing through all over. So was not the best. You were forced to learn Fatima. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you love it now though. Make a little mini pillow. Is that for Steve? He can make a little mini pillow. Yeah, make sure you guys put the word drop, write the word drop, D-R-O-P, in the comments if you have a channel and you want others to find you. That way we can all throw yarn in each other's windows. I like that. I like that. When somebody told me that for the first time, I was like, what the heck? Is somebody actually out front of my house? And it was like, no, they're subscribing. They call it throwing yarn in the window. I like that a lot. That's cute. So for Boone, I'm not going to do a step-by-step video tutorial. I'm doing the photo tutorial that goes along with the pattern, but I did do a video putting it all together. So the whole assembling part of it and understanding where to place things and sort of making that diorama look, I did do a video for that, and I will edit that and do a video for that. So Sarah. Hi, Sarah. I'm glad you're here. I think this is the first time I've seen you coming in. Yeah, no, I love crocheting. I've just recently this year started getting into the blanket yarn. That was totally new. I just saw that a lot of people were using it and thought, oh, it might be kind of fun. And then I am very fascinated by how the sizing changes between using regular, acrylic, Red Heart Super Saver type yarn 4-ply, going from that to going to the blanket yarn. And so that's what I tend to do a lot is I will make up a pattern and then I'll test it. I'll make up a pattern in blanket yarn and I'll test it in acrylic yarn. And that way I can show you guys the size difference because not everybody likes working with one or the other. And so that way you kind of get a better idea of what yours will come out looking like. And it fascinates me. I'm also into the mini gurumis too. So that's a whole nother ball game. That's like lace needles and using pearl embroidery thread. And I love it. It is much harder to do. It takes probably twice as long, but they come out so cute. Like I don't know if I've shown this one. This was somebody else's pattern. There was a doll pattern and she was carrying around this cute little sun. So I got the pattern and just made the sun. I was like, I don't need the doll. I just want the sun. Look how cute it is. It's just like this little sun with legs and arms. Isn't that cute? So that's mini gurumi, you guys. And I've shown this one a lot, but this is my tokebi. He's a mini gurumi as well. So this is all made with thread. Shy that was here earlier, she does minigurumi as well, and loves those. So yeah, I don't sell them because they are so involved, but I will start doing some patterns in them. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you'll subscribe. Yeah, if you're new here and you're enjoying hanging out, I do this every Thursday at 11 Pacific time because I'm in Washington State. So yeah, please subscribe. I do lots of tutorials. I'll do yarn haul videos, all that kind of stuff. A mini pillow. Well, the mini gurumi, can you imagine that little pillow? That'd be so cute. Oh my gosh. Like, I saw people making junk journals, you guys. They were like this big, and I started squealing. I thought it was so cute. I'm like, I don't know what you put in there, but I think it's so cool, you know? And I don't know. I digress. I'm not getting very much done, you guys. Look at this. This is all I've done. I'm just sitting here talking away. It's terrible. Terrible. Yeah, I'm going to post, since we're going to Seaside, I'm really trying to finish up this Hello Fall banner. So I'll be editing this afternoon and trying to get out the third part and the fourth part so that you guys can have it through the weekend. So I want you to be able to make your Hello Fall banners if that's what you want to do. I'll just bring it closer in case you guys are interested. But this is the Hello Fall banner. So it says a tapestry crochet. And it's the back. So this is what I have. The first two parts are up. That gets you up through the cat. And the second part, the last parts will then get you through the top part. Thanks for hanging out, Bailey. Have a good day. Yeah. Lots of tutorials are coming. I've got that one to edit, finish editing. I have the bee earrings to finish editing. The assembling for Boone is another one because I want to get his pattern out next week. So that'll be out on Etsy, Ravelry, and then also Patreon, because this is the exclusive pattern for October on Patreon. So if you guys are interested, pop on over to my Patreon, and that's in the description, and then that will be the pattern that you'll get if you're a Frizzy Crocheter or an Inner Hive member. So yeah, I was like, I gotta do something. It's October. I came out with Louie. The Halloween bat was last month, and then I'm like, but it's October. We've got to do something for Halloween, like another thing for Halloween. So hence why Boone is coming out. But I got to think about what I'm doing for November, though. I could do the bee earrings for November, or maybe come up with something else. So if you guys have any ideas of patterns you'd like me to make or characters you'd like to see, just let me know, and I will add them to my list that I have going. I would like to make a capybara at some point. I know that that's kind of like everybody's making capybaras, but they are cute, and I think it would be fun to make up a pattern. So that could be something. But other than that, I need some ideas. A turkey. That would be cute. I don't really decorate that much for Thanksgiving. It's not my favorite holiday. Fall is my favorite season though, so I usually do things fall themed, but like Thanksgiving, you know. But yeah, a turkey. I haven't really seen too many turkeys that I've liked for decorating with, so maybe making my own would be a good thing. Make one that I would actually want to put up. What about for Christmas time, if you celebrate Christmas? Is there any designs that you'd like to see coming out for that? I gotta put my thinking cap on and figure this out. It's going to be here very quickly. I was debating on if I should do a live crochet along like I did for Louie for my Santa pattern. I have a pretty involved Santa pattern, so it would definitely take a long time. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. If I want to actually do that, where we all get together, maybe having it spaced out amongst a few weeks might be better. Cat with cake, cute. I'll write that down, cat with cake. Cat with cake. I do love my cats. A turkey container with a turkey coaster ends being turkey feathers. Oh, like you're making, are you thinking that the turkey would be something that sits on the top, like on the jar spinner kind of a thing? And then the leaves, the feathers behind, and then some sort of a coaster for it. That could be interesting. A jack-in-the-box. Oh, that's cool. I like that idea. That could be very interesting. Jack-in-the-box. All right, come on, hit me with some more ideas, you guys. We got 5 minutes. What else can we come up with? Let's brainstorm. Send all the ideas. If you're watching the replay, write the ideas down in the chat below. I want to know what you guys want to see. I do like that idea, Steve. I remember being a kid and we had, maybe my Aunt Mary had made this, but we had 2 jars we used for candy. And I want to say the lids were actually made out of fabric and whatever else she added to it, but they were like Christmas themed ones. But I always remember how wonderful they were, and I really liked seeing them come out, you know, and then we'd put candies inside. More a turkey with coasters folded to be feathers. Oh, like the coasters are folded and then those become the feathers and then you take them out and it's a coaster? Interesting. A misfit doll. Misfit doll. Cute. Is a misfit doll like just a doll that's got, you know, it's kind of like the Island of Misfit Toys from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, kind of like that, where they have odd features? Or is that, I think the other doll I'm thinking of are the Worry dolls. That's the other thing I was thinking of. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head. We're in the Island of Misfit Toys. Except for I don't know how it all goes. Come back. There we go. Oh, thank you for coming in, though. It was nice having you here. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Probably end up working on this ghost as we're driving to Seaside tomorrow, because it takes us like, I want to say 2.5 hours or so to get there. So that gives me a good chunk of time that I can get this worked on. Yeah, Thanksgiving is very limited for decorations. That's why I feel like people tend to decorate more for the fall. I mean, there's always a scarecrow. That's not really Thanksgiving, I guess, but I do see those for Thanksgiving time. So scarecrows, like fall, I guess, yeah, I think it's more fall is what I'm thinking of. Scarecrows, like squirrels with acorns, leaves, you know, just lots of those kinds of things. Leafy garlands, that kind of stuff. Try to make like a wreath. I don't know, like something you'd hang on your door for Thanksgiving. I'm so limited. I don't even know. Feathers placement. Feathers placement. I think that had to do with Steve's idea. Well, anyway, I think that it's getting on about that time here. It's looking like it's noon. Then I got to get ready to go pick up my son. I'm very excited to see that he's coming back from CISPIS, the outdoor school for 5th graders. So I hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out with me for an hour. I know I've had a great time hanging out with you guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're let know every time I'm on live or have new videos coming out. And there will be new videos coming out again soon for the Hello Fall banner. I'm going to finish working on that after I get off. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And, Barbara has threw in a last idea. Cornucopia with all the veggies. That's a very good idea, Barbara. Thank you for that. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.